It was crazy, entertaining work at that particular time. So I said, you know what? I like this.
Shakur moved so well. He won every round, and he was just a step ahead with quickness and just with, just the plan himself. Great plan coming in, and he did well. Congratulations to him.
He won all the rounds? Is that what you're saying? He won all 12 rounds?
Well, maybe he lost one, but he won the majority of rounds.
At what time did you realize that this was just going to be Shakur taking over the whole fight?
After the fourth round.
Just made Teofimo look like a novice. I mean, that's how good he is. 120, 109, 108. I mean, just unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Is that what you expected from Shakur? No?
I mean, listen, I expected an incredible performance, but I didn't expect it to be completely one-sided. I mean, he won every round, in my opinion. It like the golfing levels was phenomenal.
Floyd Mayweather praised the Shakur versus Teofimo super fight as incredibly entertaining. With the bout delivering on all expectations from bell to bell, Stevenson showcased a boxing clinic, utilizing precise footwork, lightning-quick counters, and impenetrable defense to completely outclass Teofimo Lopez throughout their encounter.
Easy work. My brother Shakur spanked his ass 12 rounds like I told him he would. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of my brother, man. He did his thing, man.
Stevenson thoroughly outboxed Teofimo Lopez across all 12 rounds with an exceptional demonstration of tactical mastery and ring intelligence. The judges unanimously awarded Stevenson the victory, with scorecards of 119-9, crediting Lopez with winning just one single round during the entire bout.
He won all the rounds? Is that what you're saying? He won all 12 rounds?
Well, maybe he lost one, but he won the majority of rounds.
At what time did you realize that this was just going to be Shakur taking over the whole fight?
After the fourth round.
After the fourth round?
Yeah.
Teofimo, it seems like he couldn't just get it going. Like he just tried differently going up and down. The counters were getting him.
Yeah.
What could he have done differently tonight?
I don't know. It's difficult to box against a great mover like that. And, he tried. He definitely tried. His dad was emotional. He wanted him to do better, but, this is boxing.
Eddie Hearn confessed that, while he anticipated Stevenson would likely emerge victorious, the sheer dominance caught him completely off guard, as he never expected such a thorough boxing lesson and found himself amazed by the level of Stevenson's execution.
I mean, listen, I expected an incredible performance, but I didn't expect it to be completely one-sided. I mean, he won every round, in my opinion. It like the golfing levels was phenomenal. And I said to Bud, like, going into 12, he could do 40 rounds, Shakur. Like, never out of control, footwork, timing, shot selection. I actually think he could have stopped Teofimo if he'd have stepped on him. Teofimo looked like frustrated, just obviously he was busted up to the face. He's a phenomenal fighter, 4-division world champion.
Daniel Jacobs openly supported Lopez heading into the fight, but witnessing Shakur's complete control of every single round forced him to acknowledge the exceptional quality of Stevenson's boxing display and express genuine admiration for his skills.
Teofimo is my guy, but I've always been a fan of Shakur, and I think that Shakur put on a clinic tonight. Least amount of risk. Been able to put his skill set into fruition all night. The jab was leading. You can tell the difference in skill set, and that was the difference to me that made the fight. It wasn't about grit, it wasn't about heart, it was about sheer talent. And Shakur displayed that tonight. So
you said Teofimo is your guy. What did he need to change to turn this into more success than he had tonight?
For who?
For Teofimo.
Hey, yo, sometimes you just gotta grab your nuts and you just gotta put balls to the wall, unfortunately. But that's just what it is. And sometimes when you think you can keep up with a boxer that's superior to you, you want to try to go with the motion rather than going with what can potentially get you. Because boxing is, you can be losing every round and then the last round you get a lucky or a really confident shot that can knock somebody out. But he didn't try to me. Love the kid, talented kid. I mean, he kept his grit tonight, but it just wasn't enough. It was like I won't say a landslide, but it was just a difference in
Jacob suggested that Lopez should have implemented more aggressive ring-cutting tactics and attacked from different angles rather than charging forward predictably, which could have potentially disrupted Stevenson's flowing rhythm and timing.
It looked like for a split moment that Teofimo was doing well when he's in the inside, just catching him in the inside, but when he was fighting from the outside, he was having trouble getting Shakur Stevenson. What do you think? He could have stayed a little bit more on the inside throughout the fight? It looked like that was probably a little bit going to get him closer to, being a more competitive fight.
I would only assume that they were prepping for this fight with that understanding, knowing that he is more of the assertive inside fighter. So the fact that he didn't push that notion tonight with aggression and urgency, you can tell that he just was going through the motion.
Well, where does Shakur Stevenson go from here? There's a lot of names right now. There's Devin Haney, the Ryan Garcia. I mean, we got Ryan Barrios. We just got Conor Benn. There's Rolly Romero. Some around here. Who do you think will beat him? And Gervonta Davis, and he gets everything together. But what do you think would be another great matchup for Shakur Stevenson?
Hey, all of those guys that you just mentioned. A champion doesn't have to fight one person over the next. But as long as he can get them all in, that's what we want. We want him to fight the best. He is the best currently, and so we want him to fight all of the rest of the challenges. And so for me, it's like...
From round one, Shakur established complete fight control, prompting Ryan Garcia to predict early that Stevenson would cruise to victory unless Lopez dramatically altered his strategy, with Garcia later congratulating Shakur on his outstanding performance. Bruce Currington emphasized how effortless Stevenson made the victory appear, particularly noting how his superior movement and precise countering completely neutralized Lopez's offensive weapons.
Shakur looked phenomenal, dominant performance. What do you think about that?
Man, he made it easy. I was saying, if Teo was to fight more on a back foot and throw punches when Shakur throws, that's the only time you're going to get Shakur. But Teo, he has a habit of getting out of position all the time. He'll double up his right hand, turn square, or turn southpaw. That's not going to work, bro. You're not going to take up enough space to touch Shakur. Shakur's reflexes and his countering was just keeping Teo at bay. It was an easy night from round one for him. Shakur got the dub.
Boxing legend Andre Ward lauded Stevenson's exceptional ring IQ and overall skill set, emphasizing the qualities that distinguish him as an elite competitor. Ward specifically praised Stevenson's fluid movement, mid-fight adaptability, and tactical intelligence, explaining that his range control and adjustment abilities separate him from most fighters and clarify his convincing victory over Lopez. Ward stressed that Stevenson's boxing intelligence and natural athleticism enable him to dictate any fight scenario once the action begins, an uncommon ability among top-level professionals, with Ward's assessment reflecting widespread expert agreement that Stevenson's dominance represented both decisive results and technical brilliance.
He better leave that alone.
What did you think of Shakur's performance
He
tonight?
did what he had to do, man. There's always room for improvement. I think he had a lot of stuff he could have did, but he's so talented and gifted, man. You also got to trust what he's seeing in there. We on the outside, but I think he put on a tremendous performance, and obviously, the level he's at, you always look for things he could do better,
What did you see from the outside that he might?
I'm just saying, I think it was a lot of body work and stuff like that. He could have touched on, but again, he's in there, so he's seeing stuff, he's feeling the punches. We not, so you got to trust what he's seeing.
Teofimo just couldn't get going.
He tried to get going. He just wasn't allowed to. So it's just the distance and range that Shakur has just perfected throughout the years, and then making him pay when he does that discourages him to not want to punch anymore. And I think he was out of answers in the first round. Honestly, I think he didn't really have any answers. When Teo starts doing little certain things with his hands and starts playing the clown game, he out of answers. He's down to just one shot. So Shakur just stayed focused, stayed locked in. And, was at 4 divisions now? 26, 30, 35, 40.
Coach Wally Moses beamed with pride over Shakur Stevenson's comprehensive victory against Teofimo Lopez, characterizing it as a career-defining triumph that establishes Stevenson's position among boxing's elite. Moses stressed the importance of capturing another championship at 40 pounds as proof of Stevenson's talent, commitment, and professional growth, while highlighting the tactical brilliance displayed as Stevenson dominated the ring and completely shut down Lopez's offensive capabilities.
Grandson, Shakur Stevenson, has just put on a masterclass to defeat Teofimo Lopez. Give us your immediate reaction. Well, I think he had a great performance tonight, and I think, Tio was a formidable opponent. Shakur's been looking for these here fights, these legacy fights, and I think this is just the beginning. So, the guys that come on, be honest here, I think will help him, embark on his legacy and, he get his just doing boxing. That's all he want, man, is a fair trade. He came out of amateur boxing, #1 in the world. Now he wants to go into professional boxing and become #1 in the world.
Stevenson praised his own tactical execution and fight control, explaining how he implemented his strategy flawlessly while demonstrating pure boxing artistry through clean combinations and minimal damage absorption. He described systematically breaking down Lopez and fulfilling his game plan requirements to earn the unanimous decision and claim the junior welterweight championship.
It's an amazing night. I put the work in. I stayed disciplined throughout my camp. I was in tremendous shape. And Tio, he's a hell of a fighter, but I was the better man tonight. Yeah, I definitely did. I feel like he's a fighter, so he tried to fight back. Yeah, I picked him apart. In the second round, I want to say that I told my corner, I said, I'm stronger than he is. And for sure, I heard him a couple of times. My jab, my left hand to the body, my left hand up top. No, it's no disappointment. It's boxing at the end of the day. I seen him go out there, and when I was about to stop him, he started fighting back a little bit. So, respect to him. He's a sharp fighter. He got a lot of knowledge, and he did what he did to survive. I've been told you this. I told you this a minute ago. I said he's not on my level, and I proved it back.
Stevenson seized the opportunity to challenge future opponents, specifically calling out Conor Benn for a potential showdown while expressing readiness to compete at higher weight divisions and continue testing himself against elite competition. His unwavering confidence shone through as he discussed preserving his perfect record and establishing himself among boxing's premier technical masters.
With you and the idea of you two fighting for British fans, it comes as a bit of a curveball. You now have 4 different weight world titles and Conor's box for a world title. Yeah, what's going on between you two? Why is that a fight that you like?
I'm into big fights. I like big fights. I like big money fights. I like proving that I'm the best, and I like doing things that people say I can't do. There's a lot of people that will say that I'm too little for Conor Benn, and I can't do it. So it makes for a tremendous fight.
And Eddie mentioned that there's quite a few that DMs go back and forth between you two. Is it all amicable? Is there a bit of aggro going on?
It's gonna be a good beef. I like the beef. I like the story behind it, and it's a tremendous fight.
Ben taunted Stevenson about his physical dimensions, claiming he was undersized and lacked the power or ability to keep him at distance, igniting heated exchanges that energized the audience. Stevenson responded with supreme confidence, boasting about his superior abilities and challenging promoters to finalize contracts, while Ben countered with his own swagger, insisting Stevenson couldn't handle aggressive pressure and boldly predicting his own victory.
Great fighter, phenomenal fighter. Boring, but he's a future pound for pound great, you know what I mean? He's a good fighter, but boring.
Were you surprised at all that the cards were what they were and that it was
I was surprised. He made the fight look as easy as he did. Very surprised. Credit to him.
What do you think about his call out, Conor?
He can get it. You think I'm worried? He will know he's been in a fight. He'll go home sore and broken. He'll know he's been in a fight.
Are you willing to agree to that rehydration clause?
He ain't making excuses already. If you want to come up with the big boys, come up with the big boys.
So how does the fight happen? Because he's too small otherwise.
Well, that's down to him. But don't be talking shit in the ring and then want to come up with something.
Thank you, Conor.
Coach Moses analyzed the potential Shakur Stevenson versus Conor Benn matchup, arguing that Stevenson's championship status should grant him negotiating power over fight terms. Moses strongly advocated for staging the contest in America, citing home crowd advantages and environmental control benefits, suggesting this strategy would enable Stevenson to establish fight pace and conditions while ensuring competitive balance and preventing any unfair advantages for Benn.
What weight would you like to see Shakur campaign up moving forward? He's flirted with going back to 135. The Conor Benn fight's been talked about a lot tonight.
Unfinished business at 135, and the 130 Conor Benn and all that. Those things is things that he wants. See, the one thing is Shakur will take on any task. He don't like a challenge. He loves a challenge. So anybody challenge him, he can get it. We're lucky he didn't have to fight Anthony Joshua.
Moses addressed rehydration clauses as protective measures preventing fighters from gaining substantial weight or size advantages after official weigh-ins. He noted Ben's previous acceptance of such terms against Chris Eubank Jr., explaining how these provisions maintain competitive equality and prevent scenarios where physical size could override skill, while assessing Ben as offensively capable but defensively vulnerable, suggesting Stevenson's technical excellence would likely prove decisive.
Great, right? I mean, it kind of builds up something, but that's another weight class, right? Another 7 pounds.
Another weight class, but when I seen Conor Ben, just now, he came.
Terence Crawford explained that fighters avoid facing Shakur Stevenson due to his comprehensive skill set and boxing completeness. Crawford described Stevenson as exceptionally well-rounded, possessing elite defensive abilities, perfect timing, outstanding distance management, and rapid pressure responses, dismissing critics who label him a runner or question his knockout power as missing the point. Crawford emphasized that opponents recognize Stevenson's ring threat through his combination of composure, rhythm, durability, and punch accuracy, making him extraordinarily difficult to defeat and stressing that his skill set, discipline, and mental strength create matchup nightmares for certain fighters.
Really big guy, but he's not a really big guy, so I don't want to think he got so much power and he's so strong, He's not no killer, you see him?
Andre Ward clarified that Stevenson's career journey continues with significant challenges ahead that will shape his legacy. Ward celebrated Stevenson's superior skill set, ring creativity, and fighting adaptability, noting his exceptional IQ, athleticism, and versatility allow him to develop any strategic approach he chooses, viewing this dominant performance as merely one chapter in an evolving story rather than a career pinnacle, suggesting Stevenson has additional major fights and opportunities to establish himself among boxing's greatest champions.
Didn't want to take the chance to step in the ring with this fighter. He's great. A lot of people started saying, oh, he's a runner, he's this, he's that. Just to detour people from being excited to see him fight because he's not knocking people out and all that crazy stuff. But they would see why people really don't want to get in the ring with him come tomorrow.
I know you've shared the ring with him, sparring plenty of times. What makes Shakur Stevenson great? What makes him different? What makes him, I don't want to say an ilk of yourself, but in the same kind of era, the Bud Crawford era, he's got a Shakur Stevenson era coming through.
Everything. The offense, the defense, the poise, the rhythm, the distance, the timing, the punch placement, the react time. Like, I can go on and on. The toughness, the grit.
Stevenson's decisive triumph over Teofimo Lopez solidified his position among boxing's premier fighters through precise movement, sharp countering, and strategic application that controlled every moment of their encounter. This landmark victory represents a significant career achievement, earning him a 4th divisional world title while proving his adaptability and pressure execution, with Stevenson's performance highlighting both his technical mastery and mental strength, establishing the foundation for greater challenges and exciting future developments in his boxing journey.
We don't know.
He could be the greatest of all time.
We don't know. He's not done yet. He's not done yet. He's a great for sure. How great, we're gonna see. He got a lot. He can box as long as he wants to box because he don't take punishment, and he's a master boxer. You know what I mean? So just excited for him, man. Happy for him, man. It's hard for me to see my brothers fight when I'm not fighting. That's harder to me than to actually fight because I can't help it. So I'm just happy it's over, man. I'm happy he got the win and get home to them babies, get that check.
Last one from me. He's in there in the ring with Conor Ben. Do you like that fight for sure?
Absolutely, yeah.
How do you think that one goes?
Conor's always dangerous. He's gonna come forward, but man, it's gonna look a lot like that. And there's no disrespect to Conor Ben. I respect what he does and how he does it, but the skill set, bro, is different. They say them boxers boring, man. Why they be saying that? They say the boxers boring, but the boxers they can deal with any style though.
The upcoming challenges for Shakur Stevenson remain an intriguing topic for boxing fans and analysts to discuss and debate.
119, I think, to 109 with the scorecard, so basically like 11 rounds to 1. What did you think about the outcome and the fact that he was able to win so dominantly?
One, shout out to New York. The Bruce Carrington, he's world champion now. I'm so proud of him. Been watching him fight the undercards and all this stuff forever and balling. I was crying, yo. So Shout out to him. He shine every time he come out to see his story, see how much he done overcame everything. Now he get his round knockout, looking good against Jermaine Ortiz. Wonderful. Now we got the main event with Shakur, and I knew that was gonna happen. Everybody be talking all that rah to me. I know boxing, and like I told y'all, we was gonna see a little bit of athleticism, but we was gonna see Shakur be using his jab, going to the body, and we saw blood today. Shakur did great today. Only thing I can ask for is a stoppage. I can't ask for nothing else.